Alter Group. Hi everyone, my name is Miss Ajanta. What is Diwali? It's the festival of lights. And this story, the one that we're going to do today, will tell you why do we celebrate Diwali. Are you ready? Let's do it. Oh, here it is. Let's learn about Ramayana, the story of Diwali. Alright, so before we get started, let me introduce you to our friends. See this little boy in the picture? His name is Neel. And the little girl in the picture? Her name is Maya. They live in Chicago. That's right, I live in Chicago too. And you know what they do? They get on a plane and they travel all the way to the other side of the earth, to India. And they go on these amazing adventures. Let's find out where they are this time. All right, it was the night of Diwali, the festival of lights. Beautiful lamps lit up Mausi's house in India. What is Mausi? In India, auntie is called Mausi. Oh, so she's the auntie. Maya, Neel, and their pet squirrel Chintu. We will meet Chintu in a little while. They were visiting from Chicago to celebrate Diwali. Kids, do you remember we talked about King Ram when you visited me last Diwali? Mausi asked. Yes, that's when we celebrated the 5 days of Diwali. Well, let me tell you about Ramayana. This is the story of King Ram and Queen Sita and how Diwali started. Mausi smiled and opened a big book. We cannot wait to hear the story. The kids clapped with excitement. Chintu jumped up and down, of course, because he's a squirrel, and that's what squirrels do. Whoa, let's find out what's happening here. A long time ago, there lived a king named Dasharath. Whoa, that's a complicated name. Here's what we do in Miss Ajanta's story time. We don't have to remember all the names, but we do try to say it. Are you ready? Say it with me. Here we go. Dasharath. There you go. Let's try one more time. Dasharath. You got it. All right. Dasharath had 3 queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. You see them standing in the picture, right? The 3 queens. If you found the 3 queens in the picture, give me a thumbs up. Very nice. And who is the king? Oh, the one with the white beard. That's right. Now, they did not have any kids. So, they did a special prayer. I guess they really wanted to have kids. So, they did a very special prayer. And so as you can see in the picture, there's a big fire. And this is what happens when they do prayers in India sometimes. They build up this huge fire. They do chants. They throw things in the fire and all that amazing stuff. But this one was very special because guess what? The god of fire, Agni, was very happy with the prayer. He came out of the prayer fire. You see him holding a pot. That is the god of fire. And he came out of the fire himself. And he gave them a very special rice pudding called kheer. You might not have heard of kheer, but if you have, give me a thumbs up. That's right. It is made with milk and sugar and rice, and it is delicious. Now, this was no ordinary kheer. This was magical. That's right. The queens ate the kheer, and then they all had kids. Amazing. Kaushalya gave birth to a boy named Ram. Now, Ram is super important for our story, so we've got to know and remember his name. Now, in the picture, how do you find out who Ram is? You see 4 little boys with bows and arrows, but look closely. There's only one who has white flowers around his neck. That is Ram. So, the first queen, Kaushalya, she had one boy named Ram. Now there was another queen, the middle queen, Kaikeyi. She had a boy named Bharat. Kaikeyi was mean, but her son Bharat was not. And then the third queen, Sumitra, she had twins. So that's why there are 4 boys in total. All right. And the 4 boys, they grew up learning lots of skills. They learned how to shoot arrows and ride horses. They also learned how to read and write from lots of books. That's amazing, right? Okay. Now, Ram, remember I told you the one with the white flowers? Yes, he is the main character. Okay. Once he was older, he heard about a contest. Whoever could pick up a very heavy bow and shoot an arrow could marry Princess Sita. That's right. So the king, Princess Sita's dad, the king said, whoever could pick up this heavy bow can marry Princess Sita. That sounds like an amazing thing. Prince after prince tried. They would try to lift the bow. They could not even lift the bow. But brave Ram picked up the bow right away. So he just went in and he picked it up with one hand. He shot the arrow and even broke it. Ding! Ram and Sita got married. Now, Ram's father, Dashrath, remember the one with the white beard? He wanted to retire and he wanted his son Ram to now become the king. But Queen Kaikeyi, remember the middle queen? She's the mean one. She refused. She wanted her son Bharat to become the king instead. She also demanded that Ram and Sita leave the palace and live in the forest for 14 years. That's right. You might be 5, 6, 7, 3 years old, right? They had to go live in the forest for 14 years. That's a very long time. The king was heartbroken. But he had to agree. Do you know why he had to agree to the mean queen? Get our best-selling Diwali book on Amazon worldwide. If you like this video, don't forget to hit
subscribe.